successful. And what is success? So it's very difficult to define what is success. Generally, it is said that success is a journey and not a destination. Yes, at the age of say 15 or 16, you passed your 10th examination. That was the success at that point of time. Because you passed your 10th examination, you could join the 11th standard and 12th standard. Again, you passed your 12th standard. Because that was the success at that point of time. You could join the degree. Yes, again, you passed your degree with flying colors. Yes, that is the success at that point of time that enabled you to go for your post-graduation. Again, you passed your post-graduation with merit. That was a success at that point of time. Then you joined your service, okay? And you know how you joined your service. That is again a success at that point of time. And now you are attending the program, okay? This success is a journey, continuous journey, but not a destination. When we look at the successful people, we do come across successful people around us at the local level, regional level, national level, international level. All successful people, there are certain common characteristics. Okay, if we observe the successful individuals, we can list out some common characteristic features that they are all intelligent, they're hardworking. At the same time, they're also smart workers, highly disciplined, healthy, and above all, they're all time conscious. That means to be successful, we have to be time conscious. We have to use time consciously, judiciously, effectively. Okay. That means we have to manage our time. Say, what is time? Or before going to that, I would say, normally I ask my students, what is the scarcest resource on this earth? I would get the answer, say oxygen, petrol, or water, air, something like that. But inevitably and invariably, the scarcest resource is time. Again, coming to the question, what is time? Already I've given you one clue that time is a scarcest resource, okay? And coming to, what is time? Again, what is time? It's very difficult to give a comprehensive definition of time, okay? So there are certain things wherein defining such concepts comprehensively is not at all possible. Say there are many, I think many commerce professors attending this program. So if I ask you a question, not only to the commerce professors, to even to all of you, okay, if I ask you a question, what is management? Then you would say, if there are 65 participants, we will have more than 65 answers for the term management. And there is one definition, that is, management is what managers do, ultimately. Okay. Yes, even if I ask, what is money? Yes, there are n number of definitions of the term money. And again, there is one definition given by Professor Walker. Money is what money does. Okay. That means it's very difficult to define the concept time. What is time? Time is a resource. Time is a resource. As we know, to produce a product, we need different factors of production. And these factors of production are land, labor, capital, and organization. Okay. But I don't know why economists have forgotten very inevitable and important resource, time. That means if you want to do anything, we have to have the time. Then nothing can be achieved in 0 point of time. Okay. That means, so you see, time is an inevitable resource. Okay, whatever you want to do, you need to have time. Nothing can be achieved in 0 point of time. And it is a scarcest resource. It is irreplaceable and irreversible resource. Okay. A second lost in our life is lost forever. Yes, I mean, we may lose health at some point of time. We may lose health. Yes, we can regain health. Even we may lose wealth or money. Yes, we can again earn back that money which we have lost. But a second lost in our life is lost forever. Okay, we cannot get back even 1 second of our life back. Okay, that means it is a scarcest resource, irreversible resource, inevitable resource, and at the same time, most neglected resource. We think that, say, we behave, or our behavior will be like that, as if we are going to live for 100 years or eternally. Okay. Yes, we don't give any importance for the time. That is, say, I would say it's a pathetic situation. Okay. Yes, I mean, it's most neglected. Say, there is say, train driver or a train carrying 2,000 people, a train carrying 2,000 people arrives at the station half an hour late. Okay. A train carrying 2,000 people arrives half an hour late. Yes, it happens. Okay. What is the loss? 2,000 people into half an hour. That means 1,000 man hours. 1,000 man hours waste. Okay. Whether driver understands that? No, he doesn't understand. He is responsible for the loss of 1,000 man hours. Even politician, once has to start at 2 o'clock. Politicians come at 4 o'clock. So 2 hours of people waiting there is lost. We don't understand the importance of time. We have never understood the importance of time. Okay. Yes, you promise your friend that you're coming tomorrow morning. We do not specify the time at which we are coming. 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. Morning means anything. This is how we deal with our time. Okay. Time is taken for granted. We behave as if we are going to live eternally. Secondly, time is an opportunity. First, time is a resource. Second, time is an opportunity. Time provides an opportunity to do anything. For doing anything and everything, you need to have the time. Say you want to play, yes, you need time. It's an opportunity provided by the time. You want to have, or you want to read, you want to work, whether you want to enjoy, yes, everything. These opportunities are made available by the time. Okay, time is an opportunity. And one of the important and astonishing features of time, the same time can be utilized for multi-purposes. Okay. Multi-purposes. Therefore, when say time has got an opportunity cost. Time has got an opportunity cost because the same time can be utilized for various purposes. Okay. Say all of you are attending this program. This has got a cost. What is the cost of attending this refresher course? What is the orientation program? What is the cost of attending this program? Say the time which you would have spent otherwise. Had you not been in this program, you would have utilized the same time. That is the cost of attending the program. Okay. Yeah, somebody has not, speaking in between, please avoid such disturbances. Okay. Yeah, the same time, you could have used the same time for doing some other work. That means cost of attending this program is the work or whatever you would have done otherwise is the cost of attending this program. That means it has got an opportunity cost. Okay. Yeah, and at the time, therefore, so first is time is a resource. Second, time is an opportunity. Then third, time is life. Time is life. Okay. Yes, we have not brought anything at the time of birth. We do not take away anything at the time of death. Okay. The only companion throughout your life, from the point of birth to the point of death is the time. And we measure the life by time. Say, for example, X lived for 75 years. Say, I am 30 years old. That means you measure your life by the time. Okay. And all events happening, and going to happen have the time reference. Without time reference, we don't mean anything. Okay. History is taught with the time reference. Say King Ashoka, was there in such and such a period. Say we got our independence on 15th August 1947. Or Basavanna lived, a social reformer in Karnataka state, lived in the 12th century. Something like that. Okay, everything has got a time reference. That means time tells the commentary of the evolution of Earth. Okay. I repeat once again that there is no event which does not have a time reference. The whole world revolves around the time. Even the rotation of Earth is determined by the time. Or like that. That is how the time is. Coming to the characteristics of time. Okay. First characteristic of time is it is perishable. That means its supply is continuous. Okay. And it is perishable. If you don't use the time, it goes away. Okay. You cannot get back that time. That means it is perishable. There are certain, economics professors maybe here, they know, we say labor is perishable. Why labor is perishable? Because if you do not use the time for working, then the time it is lost forever. Therefore, labor has got a weak bargaining power. Labor is perishable. Similar way, time is perishable. Okay, we cannot, hold on the time. Okay, and time cannot be stored and used for later. You cannot say most of the houses will have UPS. If the current goes, yes, we automatically the lights are put on with the help of UPS. Current. We are storing the current. Whenever there is no current, we use that UPS and light the house. Such a thing is not possible as far as time is concerned. Time cannot be stored and used for stored up and used for later. Okay. And as I told you, supply of time is continuous. Okay. We get the time second by second. Okay. The supply is continuous. Okay. Then it's the only resource. It's the only resource which is equally distributed among all living and non-living beings. Okay. A dog in the street will have 24 hours. A millionaire or a billionaire will have 24 hours. A beggar will have 24 hours. And all of us, okay, all living and non-living beings have got 24 hours a day. That means the distribution of time is equal amongst all living and non-living beings. Then the next characteristics of which I have already told you is it is inevitable input of whatever we do. It is, time is the inevitable input of whatever we do. Then time is the unit of measurement. Time is the unit of measurement. That means we measure the work by the time. Okay. A teacher works for, say, 16 hours a week. Say 16 hours means time. Okay. Office working hours are between 10 o'clock and 5:30. We get salary once a month. Workers in a factory work for 8 hours. Okay. So workers do OT, and OT is calculated based on the time. Everything. Okay. That is, it is the unit of measurement. Then next question is, what is time management? Okay. Many people observe that time cannot be managed. Okay. But time management is the process of organizing and planning how to divide the time between specific activities. We do many activities in a day. Okay. And how do we plan, or how do we organize our work? is time management. It is a process of organizing and planning how to divide the time between specific activities. Why time management is required? Okay, to realize the dream of becoming successful in life. Those who pay or those who value time will get value over a period of time. Okay. Yes, to be successful, time management is very, very essential. And good time management enables us to work smarter so that we can do more work in less time. So time management helps us to do more work in less time, and failing to manage the time damages our effectiveness and causes stress, leading to physical, mental, and emotional issues. Most of us suffer from physical or mental or emotional issues because we do not manage our time. Okay, and paradoxically, to save the time, we have to spend the time. See the beauty. Okay, to use the time or to save the time, we should spend the time. So all of you have heard, money saved is money earned, electricity saved is electricity generated. Like that, time has to be spent, okay, to save the time. And the hope the discussions that would take place for next few minutes will help us to understand and develop a new personal sense of time. What is my time? Okay, many of us might not have thought of my personal time. Yes, you think that all the 24 hours belongs to you, but it is not like that. Okay, yes, we play different roles. Say we play the role of a mother, role of a father, role of a brother, sister, parents, etc., 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 etc. Okay, all these roles take away the time. What is your time? When I say your time means, what is my time or what is your time? Okay, say that is the time we spend for our pleasure, our happiness, our development. Okay, that is personal time. Okay, which is specially earmarked for your development. Okay, and think about the future, set goals. The discussions that would take place for next few minutes will help us to think about the future and set goals and develop plans. Okay, then to analyze where, how, and why are we spending time. Okay, we think that we are spending the time judiciously, we are spending the time effectively. Okay, we are spending the time usefully, but it is not so. Only we understand. So when we discuss this time management, we try to understand how are we spending our time and to make use of the time effectively. Effective use of time is very important, that we are going to understand how to use the time effectively. So we listen to people saying that had I got some more time, especially at the time of retirement. Okay, I was in the administration, and people used to say, the people who were retiring used to say, had I got some more service, I would have done that, I would have done this, something like that. Or many students complain, ma'am or sir, had I got 5 minutes more, I would have answered one more question. Or some, like that, we hear people saying like this. What does that mean? That means they have not planned their time effectively. Okay, it only tells that they have not planned their time or activities well. Okay, and whenever we talk of time, we should note that only human beings experience time and know the importance of time. It's only the human beings. Yes, time is distributed equally among living and non-living beings. Okay, even amongst living beings, it's only the human beings who understand the importance of time, or importance of time. And over a period of time, most of the inventions, n number of inventions have taken place over a period of time, and all these inventions are aimed at saving the time. All these inventions have the objective of saving the time or making use of the time effectively. Okay, say for example, say we have, many machines have been invented. Technology is there. We make use of the technology. Okay, which helps in mass production or faster production, greater production. Okay, say gas, electricity, cookers, ovens, washing machines, dishwashers, refrigerators. What is the ultimate purpose of all this? Say earlier women used to spend the whole day in kitchen. Now do you spend the whole day in kitchen? No. Had you spent whole day in kitchen, you would not have worked. Okay. Yes, all these inventions have made possible for you to work in office, or their aim is to save the time. Okay. And Einstein's theory of relativity. Okay. Although we know that each hour has got 60 seconds and 60 minutes, and each minute has got 60 seconds, the time experienced is different under different circumstances. Okay. There are two concepts of time. One is the clock time and other one is the real time. Clock time says, yes, every minute has got 60 seconds and every hour has got 60 minutes. But real time is different. Okay. Yes, time is slow when we are waiting. When we are waiting for something, time moves very slow. Time is fast when we are late. Time moves fast. That is our experience. Okay. And time is short when we are happy. Time is endless when we are in pain. Time is long when we are bored. Okay. Yes, I don't know. You might have say, I don't know which day it is. I think this is the first week of your program. Already you are exposed to many teachers, many resource persons here. If the lecture is not interesting, okay, so you might see the watch, say every minute, 1.5 hours. So still I have got 1 hour, still I have got 40 minutes, something like that. Okay. But I would say you're all lucky and there is a point to be learned from each resource person. Okay. If the lecture is good, yet we can emulate. Yes. So this is how I should also deliver the lecture. If lecture is bad, this is bad. I should not practice. Say all of us are examples. All of us are examples. Either we are good examples or bad examples. There is a point to be learned from good example, and there is also a point to be learned from bad example. Okay. Yes. How not to deliver the lecture? You have to learn from the bad lectures. Okay. This is how. Okay. Anyhow, every time is determined. Every time is determined by our feelings, psychological conditions, and not by clocks. That is called real time. Okay. And the first book on, right, there are many books on time management. The first book was written in 1907 by Arnold Bennett. Arnold Bennett wrote the first book on time management, and he titled his book as How to Live on 24 Hours a Day. How to Live on 24 Hours a Day. In his book, he says that philosophers have explained space, but they have not explained time. In the beginning itself, I told you, it's very difficult to give a comprehensive definition of the time. Okay. And he says, Arnold Bennett says, it is the inevitable raw material of everything. With it, everything is possible. Without it, nothing can be achieved. That's what he says. And he also says that the distribution of time is highly democratic. Okay. There is no aristocracy of wealth. There is no aristocracy of intellect. That means rich people are not given 1 second extra, or intelligent people are not given extra time. All of us have got 24 hours of time, and there is no punishment. He says there is no punishment for not utilizing or wasting the time. Yes, you can use the time. At the same time, you can waste the time. Even if you waste the time, you are not blamed. Okay. No power will say, yes, this man is a fool. Cut off the meter. He doesn't, deserve the time. No power will say, or no power will discontinue the supply of time. Whether you use the time, whether you waste the time, supply of time is continuous. There is no punishment for having not utilized the time. And there is no question of getting into debt as far as time is concerned. Okay. Yes, I say, say it is very, very simple. Okay, what do we do when we join the service on a permanent basis? After the first month or second month, we take our salary slip, go to the bank and show the pay slip, and we borrow money. We want to buy a vehicle, we want to buy a car. Yes, we commit our future income. But that is not possible in case of time. You cannot use tomorrow. You cannot use the next hour. You cannot use the next week. Next week will come only next week. Next hour will come only next hour. That means your time is intact. You cannot get into debt as far as time is concerned. We can only use or waste the passing moment only. Okay. We cannot draw on the future. I mean, next second is intact for you. Next hour is intact for you, waiting for you. Next hour is waiting for you. Okay, only you can use the passing moment, or you can waste the passing moment. Okay, we have to live on these 24 hours of daily time. We have to gain our health, pleasure, money, content, respect, and evolution of our immortal soul. 24 hours. We have every day, we have 24 hours. We have to make use of these 24 hours for our health, wealth, money, content, respect, etc., etc., etc. And its right use. I mean, the right use of the time and its most effective use is a matter of concern. Okay, it's a highest urgency. Okay, it's a matter of highest urgency and of the most thrilling activity, because everything depends on how we use our time. Yes, all of us would like to use the time effectively. There is no doubt about it. So there is nobody here who would like to waste the time. All of us would like to make use of the time. But there are certain common problems which come in our way while utilizing time. Without our knowledge, we face certain problems which ultimately lead to wastage of time. The first problem is procrastination. Okay, procrastination is often the voice of people who like to consider work rather than actually doing it. Yes, we have work to do, but we don't do the work. We just postpone the work. Yeah, let me do it tomorrow. Let me do it day after tomorrow. Let me do it next week. Okay, like that we try to postpone. Okay, yes, we believe in keeping the work pending by postponing the today's work for tomorrow or next week, something like that. Okay, and ultimately the result is we store the work for ourselves without doing anything. That is, procrastination is the first problem of, or it comes in the way of our utilization of time. Say, we are all teachers, and we know that when do students prepare for their examination? Do they study from the beginning? No, they don't study from the beginning. Only, say, the last quarter and the last month, when the examination is about to start, say 15 days, they start reading. That means till then, they just postpone. Yes, let me start reading from tomorrow, next week, next month, something like that. Okay. Yes, you give an assignment to the students and tell them that you should submit the assignment on 15th of this month. When do they write their assignments? Only on 14th. Till 14th, they go on postponing. Yes, there is still time. Okay, I can write the assignment. That's how it's human nature. It's human nature to postpone. Okay, when do we submit our IT returns? Only in the last 15 days. September 15th is the last day. Yes, only in the month of September we start worry about submission of our income tax returns. That means it is, say, given an opportunity, we would like to postpone the work. Procrastination is number one common problem. Okay, to postpone the work. Okay, because all of us believe in pleasure principle. Okay, yes, let me enjoy today. Yes, let me work tomorrow. Today is for enjoyment. This is how we always think. Okay, and say you might have heard about a psychologist called Sigmund Freud, who is called the father of psychology. He says that in his theory, analytical theory, psychoanalytical theory, he says that Human mind consists of three elements or three structures: id, ego, and superego. Id is the basic element and it always believes in pleasure. It seeks pleasure. It is childish. It doesn't know any law. It just wants everything. Okay. Yes, that's human nature. Okay. We have been like that. Okay. All of us, there is no exception. We are all selfish. All of us would like to enjoy. All of us would like to do certain things which are very, very, which give, say for a satisfaction to us, something like that. Okay. Beings are pleasure seeking animals and we try to postpone the work. Okay. And procrastination is the time, is number one time waste. One time waster. And it is we call, many behavioral scientists call it a thief of time. Procrastination is the thief of time. And yes, we agree that we postpone the work. Say we do not postpone the work unnecessarily or simply. There is certain, we will have genuine reason to postpone the work. And what are these reasons? Okay. First is waiting for good time. Oh, today is Tuesday. Tuesday is not an auspicious day. Yes, let me start the work from Monday. See, it looks very natural. Okay. Yes, all of us believe in such things. Okay. We wait for good time. Okay. And we postpone the work. I had a research student. Okay. And she completed her work on some weekend. Okay. Say Friday or so. I told her, yes, you give it for binding and Monday you can submit the thesis. She said, no, sir. I will submit the thesis on Thursday. Why Thursday? No, sir. Thursday is auspicious day for me. First, I met you on Thursday. You gave the consent that you would guide me. I did start working on my research work on Thursday, and she gave a big list of Thursdays. Okay, and therefore I will submit the thesis on Thursday. Yes, all of us have got such beliefs. Okay, we wait for good time or waiting for a right mood. Okay, today I don't have the mood. Yes, let me take up this work tomorrow. Okay. Say, all of us do like this, okay? Or feeling the work is very easy. Yeah, I can finish off this work in half an hour's time. Yes, it doesn't require much time. Only when you start doing the work, you understand how much time it consumes, okay? Or you might think that it is a very, very tough work. Therefore, let me do it all, say, or during summer holidays. Yeah, all of us will have that feeling, okay? Yes, this is a very tough work. It requires more time. It requires, therefore, I can take up only during holidays. Say we give many reasons for postponing the work, or we keep on doing unimportant tasks and postpone important tasks. Or we say, when the job is unpleasant, again we postpone the job. Or we will have, yes, this job has to be done perfectly. Okay, therefore I should have more time. Yes, let me do it on a holiday, something like that. Okay. Or underestimating the importance of the job or time required. Okay. Or saying yes to unimportant jobs. We keep on doing unimportant jobs and postpone important jobs. These are the, we give reasons for postponing the work, and the result is waste of time, missed opportunities, poor performance, and increased stress. By postponing, we are increasing our own stress. Okay, that is first reason for not doing the work on time. Second reason is poor delegation. Everyone has got 24 hours. Everyone has got one head, two hands, and that means there is a limitation for the work we can do. All of us have got a limitation for the work we do. All of us have got only one brain and two hands. That means there is a limitation. So how can we do more work? Only by delegating the work to others. Okay. Yes, delegation is the key to do more work. Okay. Yes, we should not do all the work. Okay. Delegate the work and manage that others are working for you. Say, observe, say, all of us working in some institution, okay, college or whatever it is, okay, university or whatever it is. We do observe how a principal works. Yes, any college will have about 30 committees, admission committee, library committee, sports committee, cultural committee, women's empowerment committees, n number of committees. Yes, principal will be the head of all the committees, but there are also members who carry on the work. Okay, principal would be there for the namesake, and all the work is done by other colleagues in the college. That means delegation. Okay, yes, we can do more work by delegating the work. Okay, yes, we have to divide the work into simple work, routine work. All the simple works can be entrusted to somebody. All the routine job can be given to somebody. Okay, we can do only take up important job, important work, and the rest of the work can be done by others, so that you can save time. Okay, and delegation helps even to develop the subordinates. Say, but we do not do so because we think that it is risky. Okay, delegation is risky. I should only do this job. I only know how to do this job. If others may take the credit. If they do if I enter the work to others, others may take the credit. Okay, say we will have such negative thoughts. Okay, and sometimes even though we delegate, we control everything, every aspect. We go on questioning. Okay, that's again doing on your own. It is nothing less than doing on your own. Okay, or you think that nobody does it well. I am the expert. I should only do the job. Okay, then that limits the performance. Therefore, say divide the work into routine jobs, simple jobs, important jobs, not unimportant jobs, something like that. And you can entrust the routine, simple jobs, unimportant jobs to others, so that you will have time to do more important jobs. The third common problem that we face is the bad habits. When I say bad habits, they're actually not bad habits. Okay. Say, but they are bad habits from the viewpoint of time management. Okay. Yes, they're thinking negatively or gossiping. Yes, you get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, get ready for walk, and you walk along with your some friends in the locality. Okay, 3 or 4 of you will go for a walk. Yes, you discuss some politics. Normally, when two persons talk, they talk of the third person or some event. Okay, yes, you discuss about the politics. As you get ready and come to the college, sit in the staff room, again the same thing gets repeated. You discuss the same thing in the staff room. Okay, with not only one. Okay, whoever comes and talks to you, the same topic is being discussed. Okay, that is gossiping. Say, will it be of any use to you? Nothing. Okay, whether the X party rules or Y party rules in the state or the region, it doesn't matter to you. Okay, that means we scratch our head for some unwanted issues. Many a time we even may take up quarrel with our colleagues. Okay, yes, you support X party and your colleague supports Y party, and there is going to be a quarrel, some heated discussions. Okay, which are of no use. Say, there is no use by discussing some unimportant issues. We do not understand that. Simply we involve ourselves in negative thinking, gossiping, okay, which wastes our time, or seeing TV for long hours. Say, many of us are addicted to TV. Say, either we have to do the work before some serial starts or after the serial ends. That's how we plan. Okay. Yes, serial is very important for us. Okay. What do we learn from these serials? Nothing. We learn nothing from these serials. It's a sheer waste of time. Okay. Say, all of you have seen this. We would have seen some serials, or we may regularly see some serials. Okay. Say, first 10 minutes or 5 minutes advertisement. Then afterwards, some recap. Then advertisements. Then say, assume that there are 10 characters in a serial. Assume that there are 10 characters. One character speaks, and the director shows the reaction of the rest of the 9 characters. And how their reaction would be. Some character will lower it, something like that. They do all sorts of nonsense. I should say nonsense. Okay. And We are very much interested in serial. If say some guests come during the serial, we blame them. Okay, say why are they coming at this time? Okay, when I'm seeing the serial. Okay, seriously. Say the matter doesn't end there. Next day in the staff room, the discussion. Some will take the, support the mother-in-law, and some will support daughter-in-law, and you go on discussing the dress, sari, color, etc., etc., etc. And the whole time is wasted. You don't understand. You don't understand. Without our knowledge, we waste our time. Please understand. Okay. And don't become addicted to TV. Yes, I mean, if there is a good program, there is nothing problem. There is no problem in seeing or attending that program. Okay. But most of the serials, I should say, all the serials are sheer waste of time. Nowadays, we are also addicted to mobile. Okay. Yes, I mean, we see the status. Say if you have 200 connections, you go on seeing the status. Okay. Yes, many people just, I mean, they put their photos, they upload their photos. Okay, while traveling, that. Okay. What is the use of seeing the status of others? Do you gain anything? Say you have to ask yourself. Okay. Many of you might be wasting time on seeing the status. Okay. Yes, I mean, I also have a mobile, and some day, I got the report that you are spending 2.5 hours on your mobile. I was shocked. I was say, how do I spend 2.5 hours? Yes, then I went on realizing, introspected. Okay, yes, I used to see the status. Then say I cut down. Okay, here afterwards I will not see the status. Here afterwards I will not see the videos. You get the same videos in several groups. Okay. Yes. Then like that, I went on. I will only receive the calls. Even if I receive the calls, I would talk only the relevant matter. I don't unnecessarily extend the conversation. This is how, I say I wanted to cut down my time on mobile. So you're surprised to hear that we don't have, at our house, we don't have a TV. Nothing has happened. Even I share one more thing. I have not seen a movie for the past 25 years. For the past 25 years, I have not seen a single movie. Hope I am normal. See, nothing will happen. Nothing will happen. Okay. So you have to be very, very selfish. That's what I say. You have to be selfish. Okay. Yes, sometimes we go on arguing with our colleagues, waste the time. Okay. Yes, I would call these as bad habits, but they don't look like bad habits. Okay. Addiction to TV or mobile or arguments, say all these are bad habits. Okay. Yeah, say you're a teacher, and all of you might have experienced a student comes 10 minutes late. When a student comes 10 minutes late, what do? Yes, you go on blaming him. Yes, when I can come at 10 o'clock, what makes you to come at 10 or 10:15? Yes, you blame him for 10 minutes without understanding that you are wasting the 10 minutes of all the 59 students sitting in your class. Okay, all the 59 students, you are wasting 10 minutes of all the 59 students. Instead, you call him to your chamber or staff room and give him advice. So this is how we waste our time without our knowledge. I would call these as bad habits. Okay. Yes, then say the fourth problem is disorder and indiscipline. Okay. Everything has a place and everything in its place. But we don't do. Yes, we keep our specs in some place, and we go on searching the whole house. We keep our pen in some place and go on searching. Or we place our mobile in some place and we go on searching. There is no order. We have to say, there is one place in my house to keep my mobile. Whenever I want mobiles, simply I go to the place and pick the mobile. Or you keep your matchbox, and when the current goes, yes, you search for the matchbox or candle, something like that. Disorder and indiscipline. Say sometimes you take the breakfast at 8 o'clock, the next day you take the breakfast at 10 o'clock, lunch one day at 1:30, another day at 3:30, or dinner sometimes at 8:30, sometimes at 10:30. Indiscipline. Okay. Indiscipline leads to unhealthiness. Okay. Yes, we have to have some order. We have to have some discipline. Or eating junk food. Or your friend invites you for a party and you take limitlessly. Okay. Whatever it is. Okay. The next whole day is wasted because of indigestion or some other problem. Okay. These are simple things. Okay. Which we do not understand. Okay. We need to have some sort of discipline. Okay. Or we need to have some sort of order in our life. Then we fail in managing the distractions. Okay. Say phone calls. Yes, you get a phone call and you extend the conversations. So 15 minutes you talk, half an hour you talk. Okay. We don't know how to manage the distractions. Okay. Yes, you are sitting in the staff room. Yes, you finished your class. After finishing the class, you went for a coffee. And after taking coffee, you are coming and sitting in your chamber or staff room. And another colleague of yours comes and invites you for a coffee. You don't say no. Again, you accompany him for the coffee. You go to the canteen, discussing the same stale thing. Okay. And so you are wasting your time. Can't you say no? Just now I had coffee. Please carry on. So we don't say like that. Okay. Yeah, we fail to manage the distractions. Okay. Say that's another, without our knowledge, all these, say we are discussing the common problems which lead to wastage of our time. Okay. Then all of us will have mental blocks. That means, say we have honest but wrong beliefs. All of us have got honest but wrong beliefs. Okay, all these, say for example, this is impossible. This is not possible from me. Oh, I cannot do this. Only he can do that. Only she can do that. So even as students, we say only X can get the first rank. He is intelligent. She is intelligent. I am a dullard. Okay. Yes, all of us have got this kind of feelings. Okay. So we don't question ourselves. When X can get 90% or when X can get 95%, why not me? Have you ever questioned like that? No, we don't do that. Okay. We have mental blocks. Okay. We label ourselves as dullard. I can't do this. I do not know. And say when we have such mental blocks, we cannot do anything. Okay. Yes, these are some common problems that we face while utilizing the time. Okay. Then how to make use of time in a better way? How to make use of the time in a better way? Yes, we can make use of time in a better way only by developing a personal sense of time. All of us, as I told you earlier, all of us think that we are spending the time usefully. We are spending the time effectively. We are not wasting the time. That is our belief. We are not wasting our time. Okay. And say, but if you want to spend the time usefully, you have to do the following experiment. The following experiment means, yes, you have to record how am I spending time. Say, for a week or 10 days, you go on recording how you are using the time after each hour. Okay, after each hour, please make a note how you spend, how did you spend that time. Okay, if you do this for say a week or 10 days, then after you analyze, you understand. Okay, whether you are using the time effectively, usefully, purposefully or not. Okay, yes, and this is called the principle of time audit. Okay, after listing your findings, you should carry out a rigorous review of how you are spending time. Okay, you have to answer the following questions. First question is, do the time allocations reflect your priorities? So whether you are attending to the priority, whether you are spending the time on your priority. What are your priorities? Yes, priorities do differ, okay? Yes, in the beginning itself, I told you, we play many roles. Yeah, you play the role of a mother, the role of a father. Am I spending time judiciously on different roles? Allocations reflect our priorities. Okay. And what are the times that consume more time and contribute nothing? Okay. Which are the activities that take away more time but do not contribute to the development? Okay. How much time each day? How much time each day is available for use at my own discretion? What is my time? My time is the time for my development. Okay. So you don't think like that. So all the 24 hours is dedicated to the service, or you just attend to the others' work. You should think, what say, you have to develop over a period of time. What is my time in this 24 hours? Okay. You spend time for your children, you spend time for your spouse, you spend time for your parents, you like that, okay? Colleagues, friends, etc., etc., etc. How much time you are spending for yourself? Say, it's very, very, I mean, it looks very odd if I say like that, okay? And you say you should think like that, okay? Answer to the above questions will tell us how we are spending our time, whether spending the time usefully or not, okay? And say to use the time effectively, first thing we have to have, we should do is we have to identify the long-term goals. First point is we have to identify the long-term goals. What should I be? Yes, I mean, when I look at you people, say all of you are plus or minus 30 years and still you have 30 years of service or more than 30 years of service. Okay. So what should I be at the time of my retirement? So this is the time to think about the future. Should I retire as one among others? Should I be different? Should I do something? Yes, only I would only say, I mean, you can do many things. You can do many things. Okay. I would say sky is the only limit. Sky is the only limit. Okay. Now at this point of time, you should seriously think, what should I be at the time of my retirement? That means you have to have a long-term plan. It's like seeing the, I mean, surroundings from standing from the top of the hill. If you go to the top of the hill, you can see the surroundings, say 10, 15 kilometers. Like that, you have to visualize what should I be at the time of retirement. Okay. Yes, because you can do many things. Okay. As teachers, you have n number of opportunities. Okay. Yes, and say, and I mean, when you decide, yes, I should be like this, I should accomplish all these activities, all these goals. Set goals. Okay. Yes. Then when you set a goal, yes, that is, I mean, ultimately you decide I should do like this or I should achieve this much by the time I retire. Then to achieve that much, again you have to go for medium term plans. Say I have 30 years of service. At the end of 30 years, I should be like this. And what should be my achievement by the end of 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, or first 5 years? What should I do? Then coming to the short-term plans. Okay. Yes, if I want to achieve this much within 5 years, what should be my progress within 1 year? 6 months, quarterly, or something like that. I mean, you have to reduce your plan to the week, to the day. Okay. So many of you, maybe from, I don't know which are the disciplines from which you come from. Okay. I will give you one example. Say, especially commerce, management, and economics professors would know one name, Francis Cherunilam. Francis Cherunilam is an internationally acknowledged author in economics. in business environment, strategic management. Okay. And he was my colleague, say 35, 40 years back. We were together in University of Mysore, Francis Cherunilam. He wrote first book on business and government. It was a 100-page book. Many of our colleagues say discouraged Francis Cherunilam. What is this book? It's like a note, something like that. But today, as I told you, he is an internationally acknowledged author. He has written many books published by Himalaya Publishing House, published by even other international publishing houses. Okay. And his royalty is 20 lakh rupees per annum. His royalty is, again, I would repeat, 20 lakh rupees per annum. So this cannot be achieved in one day or 1 week or 1 month. Yes, it's a you have to have some sacrifice. You have to do little extra work. Okay? Yes, I mean every achievement starts with one. I mean even to if you want to cover 1,000 miles, it starts with one step put forward. Okay. Yes, you have to have long-term vision, mid-term plans, annual plans, quarterly plans, weekly plans, and even come to the day. What should I do tomorrow? How should I spend my time tomorrow? You make a list of the things. Okay. Yes, I have observed. Say I have traveled a lot. And I have observed people say why even while traveling. Okay. Yes, people do lot many things. Say some techies, I would observe some techies would be preparing the report. Or some housewives, say I have traveled in Maharashtra, Mumbai local trains. Yes, housewives cut the vegetables during their travel. Many of them knit sweaters. They don't waste their time. Okay. Yes, I mean, say if I can say, by the time they reach home, the vegetables are ready for cooking. Say I'm not telling any story or say some imagination. Okay. This is how they spend their time. This is how we should plan our time. You should not waste even a single minute. Okay. Yes, I think I have the right to tell so because I have written nearly 40 books in the area of commerce and management. I have not wasted my time. Okay. So I think I have got right to say so. Okay, yes, you have to plan day. You have to plan the day. Then, say you have to learn to say no. Learn to say no. I told you, okay. Yes, your colleague invites you for a coffee. Say you have already had the coffee. Say no. Nothing wrong in it. Okay. Say then you have to delegate. Delegate the routine and not so important work. Delegation is another. Say we have discussed the common problem is delegation. Most of us do not like to delegate, but delegate. Okay. Think positively. Have confidence in others. Believe others. Okay. Give freedom and direct them in a proper way. Get the things done through others. Get the things done through others. That is management. That's doing more work. How can you do more work? Only by delegation. Okay. Yes. So some of you might have heard the name Richard Branson. Richard Branson. Once upon a time, he used to manage he is the CEO of Virgin Group of Companies, which is very famous in America. He used to manage 400 companies. Can you imagine managing 400 companies? Okay. Yes, I mean, you might have heard about, you know about Ratan Tata. Okay. Ratan Tata used to answer 200 letters every day. 200 letters. And he used to manage 80 companies in different capacities. He used to manage 80 companies in different capacities. Ambani's. Yes, they are the richest persons. As far as India is concerned, they are the richest. Adani. How do they manage so many companies? Can they do all the work on their own? No. They just delegate. Delegate and delegate. Yes, you should also believe in. Yes, I mean, say a simple example is, say many of you do not do all the house chores. You employ maid for washing the dishes, for mopping the rooms, or by even washing for the sake of washing, you hire the services. See, that is delegation only. You spend 3,000 or 4,000, or you may pay 5,000 for the housemaid and get things done. That makes you, that enables you to earn more. You earn in terms of lakhs and you spend in terms of thousands and get the things done. Yes, delegation. Delegation is the key to do more work. Okay. Then you have to divide the work into most urgent and most important, important but not urgent, not important, not urgent. Okay. No, it's something like that. You have to divide the work. Okay. Yes, attend to the important work, urgent work immediately. Say, for example, there is a fire. Yes, you have to attend to that fire. Or you have some health issues. Yes, immediately important and urgent also. Okay. Or you have some appointments. Yes, important and urgent. Okay. Important but not urgent. Yes, acquiring a PhD degree, doing research is important but not urgent. You have to, you have to construct a house. Important but not urgent. Yes, plan such activities. Plan, okay, plan them, when to do. Or you want to write a book. It's not possible in a day or week or month. Yeah, you have to plan. Plan the important but not urgent work. You have to, construct a building or buying a site, etc., etc. Okay. Or attending a phone call is not important but urgent. When the phone rings, okay, you have to take the call. Okay. Or a crying baby, yeah, you have to attend immediately. It's not important, but you have to attend. Okay, like that. Or not important, not urgent. Say, for example, seeing a movie is not an important issue, is not very urgent. You can postpone it. You can, or you can avoid it. Okay. Yes, this is how you have to plan your activities. Then we have to make use of the best time in our day. Okay, making use of your best time. Yes, we know a day has got 24 hours, but all the 24 hours is not the same. Quality of time differs. Quality of time differs. Say as a student, you might have observed, I don't know your practice, some students get up early in the morning and study. Some students study during late nights. They sleep at 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, something like that. That means our habits are different. So we think that, yeah, best time to do the work. What is the best time to do the work? Maybe morning or during the day hour or late night. Yes, say you have to do the most important work during your quality time. Okay. Because say the same job can take 1 hour or the same job may take 10 minutes. If you do the job in the best quality time, it requires only 10 minutes. If the quality time is not good, the same job may take 1 hour. You have to decide what is my quality time. Okay. Yes, say best. Say, yeah, say you have heard the name Agatha Christie. Some of you might have read her novels, detective novels. She used to give, or she used to think how to give a turn to my story, detective story, while washing the utensils. While washing the utensils, she used to think how to give a twist to the story. She used to write detective stories. Okay. You have to use your best time to do most important work. Okay. Sometimes it's say some problems may not, we are unable to arrive at the answer. Okay. Yes, if you cannot arrive at the answer, leave it like that and take up some other work. And after a day or two, we get the solution. Yeah, there are many science professors may be there here in attending this program. All of you know, say the chemicals have got a structure. Each chemical has got a structure. And some author or some scientist wanted to give a structure for benzene. Hope I'm right. Okay. If I'm wrong, some of you may correct. Okay. He wanted to give a structure to the benzene. Chemical benzene. But he could not arrive at any answer. He left the problem and during his sleep, he got the answer. Say he saw a snake biting its own tail. Snake biting its own tail. Immediately he got up and wrote the structure for benzene. Benzene has got a hexagon. Okay, hexagon. That is the structure of benzene. And during his sleep, he got the answer. Okay, like that, when we're unable to get the answer, leave the job, take up some other work. Okay, ultimately, after a day or two, we get the answer. Okay, yes, that's how we have to do. Then making use of the committed time. I said you have to plan your time. What should be done tomorrow? What should I do today? You make a list and go on doing one work of the after the other. Okay. Sometimes, yes, you plan. Yeah, today, tomorrow there is a meeting. The principal will take away 3 hours. Yes, you have to commit that time. You have to block that time. Sometimes what happens, if the principal is busy, if he has some other engagement or assignment, he would finish off the meeting within half an hour. You know how the meetings are conducted. Principal goes on narrating his achievements. Okay. Then after 1 hour or so, he takes up the agenda. Okay. If he is busy, he will finish off the meeting within half an hour. You think that the meeting would take 3 hours, but the meeting is over by half an hour. You have left with 2.5 hours. So you have to have the plans for even to utilize such committed time. Okay, yes, you have got 2.5 hours surplus. Yes, how to use that surplus time? And okay, yes, that is making use of the committed time. You think that some work will take 1 hour. Yes, it gets over by half an hour. Yes, you have surplus half an hour. You should not waste that half an hour. How do you make use of that half an hour usefully? You have to have alternative plans. Then, when I say you have to use the time effectively, not at the cost of health. Only a healthy person can use the time effectively. Okay? Illness is an interruption to what one does. Therefore, we have to maintain our health. Okay? Unhealthiness robs our time. Okay? Say, human body is like a system. What is a system? A system is an assemblage of interrelated subsystems, interconnected subsystems. Okay. And if some subsystem goes out of order, it affects the performance of all the other subsystems. Okay. Say one day you get a headache. Because you got a headache, you are unable to work. On some other day you get stomach ache. Yes, because of you get stomach ache, you are unable to work. That means all the subsystems should be should be right. Okay, should be in a position to work. Okay, if there is an illness, if there is some problem in some subsystem, the performance of the whole system is being affected. Therefore, you have to maintain the health. Health is very important. Okay, and our work needs energy, and the energy comes from your health. If you are healthy, you are energetic. If you are unhealthy, you cannot do the job. Therefore, maintain your health is very important. How do we maintain our health? Yes, discipline and order. That's very important. Because your friend is inviting you, you should not eat twice that what your stomach is capable of. No. Okay. You have the discipline and order. Okay. Then you have to maintain energy balance. Everyone born potentially with the same amount of time. All of us have got same amount of time, but with varied energy levels. Our energy levels are different. You have to maintain your energy level. Then only you can work. Okay. And what is your energy? It is best defined as the power capable of being transformed into work. Your energy is that which can be transformed into work. Okay. Eat quality food with sufficient proteins and carbohydrates. Eat to live, but not live to eat. Hope you understand. Eat to live, but not live to eat. Okay. Next, when I say you have to use the time efficiently,
Bye. Okay, bye. Hello, sir.
When I say you have to use the time effectively, I'm not telling that you should become workaholic. You should not work 24 hours. Get enough sleep. Get enough sleep. Yes, somebody, say 8 hours of sleep. Yes, no problem. Okay. Continuously, you can have sleep for 8 hours and avoid taking the rest during the day. Yes. Lack of sleep would lead to physical, mental, and emotional issues. Therefore, you have to sleep well. Do exercise. Okay. Some regular exercise, walking, body bending, yoga, meditation, but nothing in excess. Okay. Again, I don't work. I mean, advocate you to work 365 days a year. Go on a holiday. Go on trekking. Okay, trekking. Okay, travel, friends, history, books, beaches, mountain sports. Yes, you enjoy your life. Okay. Say, I had a small poem during my younger days. Okay, say primary school or so, I don't remember. There was a small poem which goes like this: work while you work and play while you play. Work while you work and play while you play. That is the way to be happy and gay. Okay. Yes, you have to work during the working hours. You have to play during the leisure hours. That is life. Okay. Yes, we have to enjoy holidays. I don't advocate that you should work 24/7. Okay. Then this is how we can make use of our time. When you manage your time, yes, you can do more work, you can relax, you can become self-disciplined, you start thinking positively, your self-esteem is boosted, you can be happier, you become a good example for others. You become a good example for others and you achieve success in your life. Thank you for patient listening. Thank you, one and all.